We're going to be doing some drawing exercises. First, we're going to start off with how I sharpen my pencils so I can have a lot of control. Exercises you can do to get used to using this kind of pencil and to improve your fluidity and motion. And then we're going to go on to how I draw figures, and really any of this stuff can transfer to anything you want to draw. This is optional. You're going to carve it with a knife about a little over a centimeter. Make sure that when you're carving, you are pushing the knife away from your body, not towards your body. Be safe, okay? This should be what you have after that. It's all blunt. I'm gonna take a piece of sandpaper and you're gonna file it down. You can go back and forth or forward and backwards. So it's now wide on and then skinny this way. And now while I'm doing this, I'm twisting like that. And now you have a very round, very pointy, and very long pencil. As you can see, you can get this thick all the way down to these tiny marks. So the grip for holding this pencil, because it's harder to hold and not break the tip off than a regular pencil. So put your hand out like this, put your thumb here, and your pointer comes just below where the wood is. And your pinky will come around to where your thumb is, and the rest will support it. The most pressure is between your pinky and your thumb, and the pointer is just to kind of help with pressure. Another thing you want to remember is you don't want to be using your wrist. You want to be using your entire arm. So try and keep your wrist as straight as possible, and make a large block using the side of the pencil. Some circles. And then as you get in further, tilt your hand up so you get down to the point. You do those exercises with the pencil until you feel confident and comfortable in your ability to make these marks in a fluid and fast motion without having to think a lot about it. And then we're going to move on to actually drawing using these techniques. Now, if you adamantly hate doing exercises, you can skip all that and just go straight to the drawing. That's fair. How it curves. So this one goes at an angle. So we're going to do that angle. And here the shoulders are here. And the hips go this way. And the arm. Chin. And then the legs. I'm gonna go with a darker pencil because this is HB. I usually use at least 2B, I think, but I'm gonna use 4. But you don't have to use anything fancy. You can just use a regular pencil. So you're gonna start by blocking out the general shapes. Use the side of the pencil to make these big blocky shadows really easily. And then to get that cylinder effect really easily, you just draw the circles as they would appear if you opened up the inside of the cylinder. Cylinder. You want to block in the darkest shadows you see. This shape is like a triangle. So you can see that. And you can easily make the shape. See how that brings it together really easily just by using that shape. Another thing you want to keep in mind is there's not usually any straight lines when you're doing a body. So if you're going to draw an arm, it's not going to look like this. It's going to look more like this. This part's the hard part. Just keep using that shape. And here, there's a bounce light from the leotard that she's wearing. You can see the lighter part is underneath of the arm, and then there's a darker part here. And then where the other light hits, it becomes lighter again. If you want to make this look value-wise correct so that it looks like it does in the picture, you're going to use the side of your pencil lightly, very lightly, shade the entire skin, because this part is white and this part is actually more of a gray. You get that muscle there, goes down this way, and then this shadow goes at a diagonal. If you go in the contour of the shape of it, so this is round, right? So you're going to make round shapes. And it makes it really easy to see the shape of it. Doesn't always work out the first try. Don't get discouraged. Sometimes you have to draw it off to the side to get the kind of the feel for it. And then you can go back in. Shape on the cheek. And it comes up here where the eyebrows are. And then trick for doing the hair. When you have a part, the part on the side that is not on the, so the light's over here, the part on the opposite side of the light is going to have the darker part, and in here there's going to be a reflection, so you want to leave it lighter and then darker on the edge, like that. And there you have a figure. Now if you want to make it a little extra fancy, you can do some darker lines on the edges where the shadows are. And then you can fill in around it. You want to make it lighter where the shadows are and darker where the highlights are. And basically you just want to make good contrast.